Hey guys, Ryan Gill here, and I'm in the shop, and I wanted to talk to you today about turkey feathers and how to take care of them. And if you get on my website, and I will drop a link somewhere, you can actually send your feathers to me, and I will give you either store credit or send you a check or PayPal for them. Alright, so what we're looking for in feathers is really nice, clean, stacked, well taken care of feathers. I'll tell you a little bit here about taking care of them. But if you are interested in sending me feathers, usually, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't make a lot of sense to send just one bird's worth of feathers at a time, because the shipping is typically the same or more than it is what you would get in credit for the feathers. If you want to send me some just because you want to know that they went to a good place, then by all means shoot them my way. I'd love to have them. But what we're looking for is stuff that's taken care of very, very well. It's not beat up, and they're cut off. As you can see here, they're just cut off with scissors or wire dikes down close to the bottom. Now, if you send me ones that are plucked out, then what happens is people grab a hold of the feather and they realize it's very, very hard to pluck a turkey feather out, and then it comes back to me looking like this. And this I am not interested in. I take these and put them right in the garbage. And I get so many times people will send me boxes of feathers. Some people will send me boxes of feathers, like this gentleman did, and every one of these is a beautiful feather, and it's wonderfully stacked, put into a plastic bag, and then they're put into a box, not crammed, really well taken care of. And then other people are just like, turkey feather, turkey feather, turkey feather, cramming them right into a box, and then I get them and they look like this. And if they look like this, they essentially go right in the garbage. The quills are oftentimes bent, as you can see in there. There's like a crease in there. Once that happens, it's no longer any good. But I'm interested in primaries, secondaries, and the tail feathers. So you just have to snip them off, treat them very nice, and what I usually recommend folks do is they stack them all the same direction. What works out even better is if you actually separate them between right wing and left wing, but you don't have to do that. But what you want to do is put together these very nice stacks, and you handle them very gently. Now, that's one to point out right there. See, that's got a little blemish spot, but the rest of the feather is good. So that's not a big deal. I can still use that one. We just don't want ones that are destroyed. Or over here at the top where it's been broomed off from the gobbler strutting. You know, that's fine too. The rest of the feather's beautiful. It's just when they're bent in half or they're exceptionally roughed up, those are the ones that I can't use. So I don't give credit for those ones, unfortunately. So once you have a nice stack, and this is several birds worth, and these are just left wing primaries here, and sometimes folks only use the left wing or the right wing, and then they have a whole bunch left over from the other side they don't use, and then they want to send those ones to me, and that's perfect. So they don't have to be every one, just whatever you have left over. Here's another example right here that I'll still give credit on this one because there's a long enough section, so that's not a big deal. As long as I can still get a fletching out of it, we'll be happy to use it. So once you get them really kind of stacked up nice, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your grocery bag and you're going to very gently put them in, and just kind of shake and rattle them until they lay very, very nicely on the inside. Then you can box them up, treat them with care, and mail them to me just like this. But see, when they're all stacked and laying the same way, they bundle together really, really nicely, and they typically don't mess each other up. But when they're every which direction, they get smashed really, really easily. Now, one thing you can do, I appreciate it, but you don't have to, is take this, put it in the freezer, let it sit in the freezer overnight, and that'll kill any sort of lice or mites that are on these. But essentially, every time I get feathers in, I sort them, bag them, and then I freeze them anyway, so that's not the end of the world. So, hopefully, I can talk you in now to saving your turkey feathers. And like I said, the pricing on turkey feathers, there's not really a lot of value in the feather itself. The value in the feathers is the processing of them, having to cut and grind and turn them into fletching. So unfortunately, no, they don't exactly pay a whole lot of money. You're not going to get rich, unfortunately, on turkey feathers. But if you send them to me, you can check out the current prices on my website, huntprimitive.com, or if you want to make a donation and send them to me, I would much appreciate that as well. I think just some folks are just happy to know that their feathers are going somewhere they're going to be used rather than sending them to a landfill. So Thanks for following along and learning how to keep your turkey feathers really nice.